Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. I am the Bardic Knock. You can find me on the internet, Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, and YouTube, all as the Bardic Knock. We are going to be jumping right on in to session 25 and the 1-year anniversary of the One Piece tabletop role-playing game after the Azure Calm, as we follow Marine Special Ops Team 69, because we are mature adults. So, of course, we had to use the funny sex number. I will give a recap of events of what is going on right now in the current story arc. After the other people and one cat introduce themselves. So, Nick, who are you?
Hi, I am Nick, also known as Strider Winters everywhere on the internet. Most oftentimes you can find me here on the Bardic Knox channel, or even more often you can find me on the Bardic Knox Discord chat. If you want to join that server, feel free. I am the only mod. I am playing Mercurius Thorak, who is the captain of this crew. He's a giant squid fishman, and he is also the ship's doctor. He does not do well with stupid people, and he is having problems on this island. I will tell you that. It is problematic.
Look, I am currently feeling very stupid, so therefore every character is very stupid.
I know. That's why Data usually deals with them. But Data's not here.
I have lost
Rin.
so much of my mental capacity, which is weird because I don't even leave the house, but lockdown has... brain not work good. No, words hard. Dakota, say words, please.
Words? Words are said. Okay, anyway. I am... Yeah, Dakota. White Wolf 462, or 462 pretty much everywhere.
I'm Shogun!
Yeah, no was coming. No was coming.
I will be playing Maggie, the scientist. That's not that important. I am the sniper of the team. Cyborg, who will be trying to make sure that any dangerous devil fruit users are kept in check.
You mean everyone other than me and
last
you?
Session. Yes.
Wait,
So,
what?
All right.
So, Dakota, do you want to introduce yourself because you've got a new character?
Yes, as I continue, yes,
Yes.
I'm playing Wave Stormward, who's just average dude, more seeking revenge than anything at the moment, but currently trying to figure out who the hell these people are.
So, do you want to tell us anything more about Wave, or do we want to reveal that as we play?
More as we play, because he didn't really get much time.
Yeah.
Does he have a token so as we can at least see what he looks like on...
I need to make a token.
So, for now, when everyone else is introduced stuff, I'll just say, hey, describe yourself, please. Describe your face and your body and all that jazz. So we'll do that. All right. Cat.
Wow.
That's gonna stir into my soul for a very long time.
Because he never blinks.
Right.
He just stares.
I am Cat. I play Jimmy, who is Skunk Man, not a cat. End.
I guess that's all we need. All right, Rin, please save us from this hell.
I'm Rin. I'm currently playing Iris. I would otherwise be playing Data, but he's off doing his own thing for a little bit.
Yes. All right. I think that's everything. All right.
When are we going to have an episode on what the hell Data and Chum are doing?
We'll find the time to do a jump cut over to that. Probably when probably like the moment we finish up on main thing here. That's when we'll jump cut over there and see what chaos has ensued.
I'll be right back.
All right. That is the perfect time for me to give a quick recap of events. So, Marine Special Ops 69. Last time, they Well, they had arrived at this bandit tower, this tower that had been overtaken by bandits, thus why it is called the Bandit Tower. They infiltrated it, they got into some battles and some scrapes, they won said scrapes. It was mostly needles they were fighting against. People with the needles, and we stopped it. We said no to needles, and oh god, this has become like an anti-vax metaphor. I'm so sorry. No!
Say anti-drug, but you took that in another direction.
So yeah, lots of fights.
Well, no, we stopped the needles. We stopped the heroin.
Yeah, no more drugs. Drugs bad, okay? Don't do drugs, kids.
Well, I mean, certain drugs
Unless
are
they're
okay,
good
like
drugs.
ibuprofen.
I mean, if they're legal, crack on. I'm gonna stop talking about drugs and try and do the other thing.
That's the one.
Do the other thing. Oh god, I'm so glad that we are not big enough to get monetized, because we never would fucking get monetized.
Nope. Wouldn't happen.
It couldn't happen. Wouldn't happen.
It would last a
what's-
week max.
What's monetization?
I don't know, bud. I don't know.
Something like $300 a year.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So, we did a fight. We won the fight. We went up into the tower. We came across a person we were looking for, a guy known by Manowar. Manowar is a, underling, a lieutenant, someone important to a big deal, a member of the Shishibukai, or Seven Warlords of the Sea, if we want to use the English, whom we are tracking down. I've forgotten his name. His epithet is the Death Defiler, and I think his name was Noychak, or Novchak. Noychak. I think Noychak.
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 That sounds about right. So, we got that going on. We got rid of the bandit tower. That is falling apart. We met a new friend, Wave, because Dakota wanted to switch his character out, so we've done that. And the tower was currently falling apart. The last thing that happened was Wave reached his hand out and touched a large chunk of falling debris, and it just disappeared. So, let's just jump in and pick up right from there. Yeah.
The fuck was that?
We should move. We should get back to the train.
Yeah.
That's a smart one.
Conversations later.
Before this place comes down on top of us.
What are you gonna do about that guy? Points to Zor, just unconscious.
Oh yeah, he actually did get knocked unconscious in the fight. I forgot about
Dummy.
that. That fight
Do
was
your
hard.
job. You are being rescued.
So,
Do we need like an exit?
Just grabs him, starts dragging him away.
I mean, you are currently, just to re-explain what the tower was like. So there was kind of like there was a river that kind of flowed on in. That led to a little waterfall. And at the bottom of the waterfall, a good 50 to 100 feet down, is a courtyard where you are standing and the tower was above you. You fell through all that. You are in this courtyard. There is a waterfall which you need to get up to get back onto land, and a entire ass tower falling down on top of you.
When we still see the hole in the wall?
There is a hole in the wall where the door used to be, and there is still a makeshift steel ladder that is hung down that Dummy made.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna flare purge the waterfall and freeze it.
You
'Cause
can
I
do
mean-
that.
If we want to get technical, I froze this up top,
Mm-hmm.
which means that the water shouldn't be flowing.
I mean, how much did you freeze though? Like, because like when a river freezes over,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
very
I
rare
guess-
that the whole thing freezes.
Well,
Like-
now it is gonna be the whole thing.
I'm
Okay.
gonna assume that initially he just froze like the surface level.
Because I'm gonna use up all of my heat,
Mhm.
and I'm not sure exactly how much. It's like. Why did I click on Smithy?
Okay, so we got to climb that now?
Well, there's a steel ladder
There is a ladder right next to this
There
as well.
is a ladder.
or an
Yeah,
iron ladder.
I'm going to use the ladder.
You could just climb
Do
the
we
ladder.
do we climb that? No, there's a ladder. I climb.
Yes, I'm going to use the ladder.
Mm-hmm.
But like, how fast is this stuff falling down? Does it look like we have time to climb the ladder?
You can climb the ladder. Like the towers
They're
don't
like
fall
the
apart
sorting
instantly.
teams.
It's not like it's just gonna fall apart in seconds. Like, you know, this wasn't like taken out with like buildings grade.
Let's put
Explosives. This was taken out by being punched through the floor.
let's
So-
put
You,
let's put him in front.
Wave.
Point at Wave.
so I would say grand total, you probably have about 1 minute to get out of here safely before this whole
He can
thing is
solve
just
falling
falling.
debris.
Yeah.
Yep, on that note, then, to get up higher, I just take my bladed whip, stick it in the... what y'all see is a cannon on my other arm, fire it as a grapple hook, and just get hooked about halfway up the ladder and just pull myself up.
All right, yeah.
Well, that works.
All right, so Wave is halfway up the ladder. Everyone else, you're at the bottom.
Follow that one.
All right. I assume you all start climbing. Assume... What is the order you are climbing?
I'm last.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure you want to be behind me, Nick?
You're fine. I'll be fine.
Okay.
I've operated on you.
I might feel
I'm
for it.
fine.
I guess I'll go after, I suppose.
I'll follow Iris, and right behind me will be Dummy pulling
Sword.
our injured friend.
Mm-hmm.
You are being
Alright.
rescued.
I'll be behind the injured friend.
All right.
You know, it's accurate this time. This is the first time.
He's actually rescuing someone.
Okay, Wave. You're at the top. It's kind of up to you to make sure nobody gets hurt from falling rocks. So, the first big chunk of tower begins to fall. Can you... What would you like to roll to stop everyone and yourself from being taken out by a chunk of building approximately 30 feet across?
That's just my shrink objects. Basically, it'll still be halfway hanging from like the ladder with the hook, and every time I see something go, I'm just gonna basically bounce off the wall and just swing out and hit him, keeping around the ladder and waterfall clear.
Do you want to roll for that, or do you just want to role play it?
Best bet would probably be a dex check,
Yeah?
because I'd be getting bouncing around.
Is there like athletics or acrobatics or something?
Yeah, there'll be... Oh god, what
I
is
believe
it?
there's an actual jump check.
There's jump, there's tumbling, there's a bunch of specific things, or we could just do generic dex. Or, I am 100%, because you're shrink objects, there's no limit on that, it's just you grab it and you shrink it, and you just go whoop. So, you can definitely get away with doing that.
Yes, then it's like then the dex basically just make sure I keep my footing as I bounce around, so I don't like stumble on the wall and just go face first.
Balance.
That.
Well, you got a 10.
Okay, so with a 10, I am gonna let you succeed, but it's not gonna be the most elegant or the most it's not gonna be like some super cool epic anime moment. There's gonna be some fumbling. There's gonna be some bumbling. So, do you
Yeah, I
want to
figured.
do you want to describe how that looks to everyone? Like,
Can I make his moment more epic?
you most certainly
no.
can. By making explosions.
No, just because I can roll some pretty high numbers. I bet I can roll high enough a number with my gun that I can shoot a bullet underneath his foot that he can step on a bullet.
Without going
That's-
through his foot?
Without
As he's
going through my
jumping.
foot.
I bet he can. I bet I can. How high do I need to roll? 30?
It's gonna. This is.
Like,
Do I need to roll 30?
Episode 1 with this character, and he's already over
you're
the
just
foot.
whipping it out. You just wanted to show us how big your number is. You just like to just go, all right, everyone, look at my massive number, and just swing it around everywhere.
He's turning
Exactly.
left, and everybody needs to duck.
I mean, just roll it. Because I know you want to do it. I know that is what you really just want to do. You just want to make your big number come out. Make us all feel inferior. And this is where you roll on nat 1.
Yes, that would be wonderful. That would be perfect.
Shoots him in the foot.
You shoot him in the foot.
Alright,
Oh,
so,
exactly.
You got a 7.
so that is a 31. Alright, hang on.
Lucky 7.
This is really teeny tiny for some reason. I'm just gonna edit this on the stream real quick. 'Cause it's teeny tiny, and I can't really tell if it's visible or not. So let's just
The numbers are pretty visible on the stream.
There were. It might.
Oh god. Now you're like really zoomed in.
Okay, it might just be my thing that makes them look tiny. So let me just undo everything I just did, because I think I just ruined it all. Like, because on my overlay, like, I can barely make them out.
Everything's squashed on your overlay.
Yeah, that'll be why everything's squashed and teeny and hard to see. Alright, cool. So,
Yeah, that's perfect.
if you can see it, that's fine. Alright, 31. Yeah, we're 31.
So as he bounces out, I would think he's like kind of like stumbling and not going to make it up there, and I could fire a bullet as he's like tripping and like swimming in air, and he like literally steps off a bullet and is able to reach up and catch the giant boulder.
It's gonna
And
look
do-
down and wonder how I'm walking on a bullet in the process.
Well, I mean, you don't even notice it. As far as you know, you just walked on air.
Yep. Okay, so due to Wave only rolling a 10, I think instead of like grabbing it, I think you're accidentally like you are gonna hit into it, like slam into it, like from the side. So you'll still be able to touch it, but it's not like haha, I grabbed it. It's like slap into it.
Basically, George. Basically, what they're doing it. Tarzan missing spine. Smack.
You know what? It is very George of the Jungle.
George of the jungle, watch out for that tree.
Except after
No,
you
this
hit
guy-
it, the thing
Wait,
disappears.
Wait out of the cave. Watch out for that rock.
And then the rock disappears, or at least to the naked eye, it disappears. All right, let's. With that, we just need the one little scene because we can get the gist of it. With that, the rest of you, everyone can climb up to the top.
That was the major chunk we had to worry about.
Yeah. So you can
That's
get
why
up,
Wave is going first.
Yep.
you can get to the top of the ladder. You can clamber up out onto the side, and you can just watch the rest of his tower just fall. Assume that all the bandits inside of it, they've leapt out of windows and they had, I don't know, parachutes or rope, or they have landed safely. They haven't all died in a falling tower, but they are no longer dangerous. They are posing no threat. If anything, they are actively surrendering, because you just took down an entire tower and you made their boss just like duck out. So
We didn't even take down the tower. The boss did.
Mm-hmm. Actually, you know what? They're probably mad about that. They're probably real mad that their home, the place they've been living, the place they've set up, the place, someone spent a real long time, someone probably made furniture, because you're not just going to find, someone had to spend some time making like a real nice chair, and that's just gone, that's just destroyed, just because the boss didn't give a crap. So they're probably quite disgruntled, and they probably very much dislike Manowar right now, because they've been abandoned. Their home has been abandoned. Their mission to take over Carbonopolis, that clearly is just over. Like, these people have no real direction anymore, and they're just kind of all stood around and want to like kind of kick the floor and go, well, that's all. What do we do with our life now?
You want to be Marines?
Is it that easy? Do we just sign up?
Yeah, that's kind
Sign
of...
up with me and build
He always
boat
carries
and
forms,
go.
don't worry.
Yeah, I have plenty of forms.
I
I'll
wouldn't know
send
this,
you.
but
I'll send you the
out of character,
academy.
I know this.
So Does that just like undo our criminal records? Because we are technically pirates and criminals and bandits. Is that just all
So
forgotten?
you're bounties. That
Depends.
does change.
Depends. If you do have a bounty, then it might cause issues. If you don't have a bounty, that means we haven't even seen you yet. So it's probably won't be too big a deal, especially if you try and turn it around. You know, say, hey, I'm not being a douche anymore.
Alright, well, no one here has a bounty, except maybe Jim.
Where's Jim?
There's just one
Oh god,
guy.
is it Big Jim again? Is Big Jim here now?
No, there's just one guy called Jim. He's got like a 200 berry bounty for some...
200.
Yeah, like,
100.
what is the
did you
most...
do?
What is the
He stole
most
a Marine's
asinine
favorite rifle.
thing? Yeah,
Did he steal some candy from a Marine's baby?
what is the most asinine crime, but just enough to bother being given a tiny ass joke bounty?
Stealing a Marine's favorite rifle.
Let's see.
I think
That's more
Smallest
serious.
bounty.
It's just more petty.
Littering. There we
bounty.
go.
the
Jaywalking.
They're
lowest...
like the fucking amoeba gang in Powerpuff Girls. Just stand on the grass. It says "Do not stand."
Yeah. You know what? I think what Jim did is just one very low down officer, like not even that big of a deal. Jim just, like, I don't know, was just kind of in his way one day. Like, so his bounty is for
Pumped him.
loitering.
Okay, Chopper apparently has the lowest bounty in all of One Piece.
Yeah, with 50 berries.
50 berries, later changed to 100.
I mean, the lowest the lowest actual bounty that's not like for just a pet, I believe is like 2,000.
Here, let's
I mean-
see, list of bounties on the One Piece wiki.
I can't remember all of them off the top of my head. Like there's some really low ones. Like
To bandit. It's just the regular old, like, not pirates, just like bandits. They
Yeah.
have really low bounties because they can't leave their island. So.
But yeah, so it's just like a 200 berry bounty. It's for loitering. He just didn't get out of one newly promoted officer's way, and when the officer was like, "Move," he was like, "No, I don't want to." So the officer issued a bounty there on the spot, and no one did anything about it. And Jim just kind of, like, I don't know. This was a very low down officer, so Jim probably just punched him in the face once and walked off. And that is a story of how Jim got a 200 berry bounty.
Wow.
Wonderful.
So
Not even worth my time.
Yeah, so anyway, have him pay his own bounty, and then he can join too.
Yeah, you got you have 200 berries.
he kind of like turns it. He reaches his hands into his pockets, turns them out, and goes and starts like rummaging around a coat and finds like two dust-covered, like got like lint on them, like gold
Don't
coins.
hand us actual
No.
berries.
No, like two really ratchet-looking coins that
Okay.
yeah, they're kind of stuck together, like they've been like some syrup or some coke or something has been spilled on them, so they're like sticky and gross. And like, 200 berries.
Tell you what, everybody gather around.
Or
Here's 100,000 berries.
What?
Use it to
I've
first
been
off
working
make
here for like a week. I haven't gotten paid yet.
you get paid at the end of your contract.
What? They just get an upfront bonus?
They're joining the Marines. You're signed. Your
What?
contracted help.
We need to renegotiate.
Use this to get supplies to survive sailing.
You can do that, yeah. We'll just... If we walk over to Carbonopolis, that's because... Will they let us in now?
Oh, they will absolutely shoot you on sight.
Okay, so, where's the next closest place?
How do you
Floating
get out
town?
of the Grand Line?
You don't.
Magic.
There's a few semi-known ways. One being sail through the calm belt.
Fucking luck.
Go to
I mean,
Phosphor Town.
and the other option is have a giant robot bear man slap you with a paw.
Go to Phosphor Town. Just go to Phosphor Town.
Alright.
Fios.
Nah, we don't do that no more. We took away John's matches. No more fires.
Is John the only one with matches?
Oh no, we all have them, but we just took John's away. He's the one who likes making fire.
Wonderful.
Hey,
Maggie will
Would you just
produce
take
for
somebody
them
off?
the rules of being a Marine,
Mm-hmm.
like the entire instructions of what they're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Follow these rules.
Yeah.
No.
Go to Phosphor Town, establish a Marine outpost, follow these rules.
Alright, yeah, cool. I guess we'll just
Iris
start.
pulls them over. None of them actually do.
You creating like a subsect in this group? Is it gonna be a group of like Iris loyalists?
I like the sound of that.
Oh god, no, we
Not
don't need
again.
this. This is gonna be horrible.
All right.
This is gonna end with the
What I'm trying to figure out is whether or not the rules that Maggie handed over instruct them to be loyal to Maggie or not.
Do they? You just pulled out
Do
a set
they?
of rules. I don't know what's on them. What is on these rules?
I'm not sure. I'll have to think about
Step
that.
1, all
But before they
explosives
leave,
to be stored and given to Maggie.
Before they leave, Iris makes sure to walk up to each of them and, pat them on the back, pat them on the face a little bit, plant a bomb in their teeth. The usual.
Oh my god.
You're out of heat.
Alright, that's right, I am out of heat. Wait, I need a match. Anybody have a match?
You back off. You leave them alone.
Yeah.
You back off.
One guy kind of reached into his pocket and goes, "Oh no, they took him."
Oh, hey, John.
All right, so
You're lucky.
I need to stop giving character to these things because now wild shit's happening. All right, Iris, are you actively trying to incite, disobedience and breaking the rules per se in some of these people? You trying to basically impart a sense of morality into them outside of the standard morality that the Marine Code would give? Was that a yes?
Yeah, that was a yes. Did you not?
I didn't hear the yes.
No.
Someone was not close enough to their microphone.
All right, you know what?
All right. So, what would you like to roll? The first thing that comes to mind are either like diplomacy or just like general charisma, unless you have anything else specific you would like to roll.
Iris has garbage charisma. But what he does have do I even have the option for diplomacy? I don't.
You can roll
But-
it untrained. You don't need ranks in it to roll it.
All right. Well, I suppose it's up to fate then.
Let's see it.
Would bluff work?
Bluff would work technically. I mean, what are you lying?
I'm not really lying.
Yeah, like what would the
I'm
deception
telling
be?
the truth.
You're not lying. You're absolutely telling the truth.
All right.
Wait, okay, if I didn't freeze the waterfall, then I should have heat left. In which case, I can roll like concentration or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I can use concentration to like, I don't know, flare up their trustfulness? I don't know.
But that'll be temporary.
Naivety?
That won't last, will
Yeah,
it?
but that's just to plant a seed.
Well, okay, this is where we get into, sociopsychology. Because, okay, like, if you implicitly trust somebody, even if that was a temporary effect, does that trust cease to exist, though nothing has actually happened? Or, like...
I'm just making it so that for a small period of time, whatever I say sounds like a brilliant idea. And it's not as if, like, after that, it'll just
Grab Iris
that
and
initial,
just
yeah,
tell
that
him to
initial
shut up
thing.
and
Anyway. Here we go.
Let's go. Let's get that rolling.
I rolled it.
Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?
Because it's fun.
The Data is gonna come back and he's gonna find a bunch of Iris loyalists and he's gonna end up fighting himself.
Okay, 26. Yow, that's real good. Okay, so out of this group of, I don't remember exactly how many I said before, so I'm just gonna be nice and simple on the nose and say there's 100 people here.
Jesus Christ!
There's a lot of bandits. This isn't just like a bunch of nobodies. They were fairly well organized. So just for ease, we're gonna say there's 100. About 50% of them are very much like, yeah, all right. I mean, Marines have tried to shoot us, so I don't think I'm fully there to trust them. But I'll play the game.
Join them, they won't shoot you.
I'll play the game. Like,
True.
this is being very covert. They are like whispering this. This isn't like oh, well,
Are we about to have a civil war here? Where the half of them that trust me join the Marines and the half that trust Iris are gonna fight them?
I mean, maybe.
And then Maggie's going to shoot all of them. Every single one of them.
All 100 of them.
All 100 of them.
Iris is just preparing to write his novel, How to Destabilize a Government.
Have superpowers.
Number one.
Yes, it's just one page. Have superpowers.
Like, yeah, step 1, have superpower. Step 2, like, believe your shit more than anybody else does.
Talk louder than anyone else in the room.
Alright, yeah, so that I'm gonna have to step away and figure stuff out and what's happening with that in the future. Yep, they're all signing on board. Some of them are kind of like, you know what, the ones who they're gonna do something very, very chill, very quiet, but they're gonna have like a little marker. They're gonna give themselves like just like a little armband or something. I don't know. Maybe just something with a snake on it. What would Iris? What is currently on Iris's person that they would use as like a signifier? So, yeah, we follow Iris's mentality.
Like 2 different colored eyes. So maybe they have like 2 sashes that are the colors of his eyes.
Yeah. Somewhere on their person. What are the eye colors? I can't remember.
Hold on, they are yellow and green.
Yeah. So somewhere on their person, whether that be like just like 2 pins on their badge, or on their hat or on their clothes, they just have a strip of yellow and a strip of green they put somewhere on their person. It's pretty chill. It's pretty underplayed, but it's there. So there's like 50 of them who've all done that. Oh, wow.
I was just trying to like tell the truth about the Marines, but I mean, hey, I'll take it.
In like another 25 sessions time, when you switch back to Data, and we're kind of uncertain what's going on. Is this when we reintroduce Iris as the next big bad, who's basically got his own version of the revolutionaries? Yo, Iris could join the revolutionaries. All right. Everything all right, Nick?
Nose. I was about to sneeze and then I didn't sneeze.
All right.
We're going on a break?
Well, we can jump into a break. Yeah, what time are we at? Because we started like super late.
1:51. We're about We're about an hour in. According to Twitch, we have been live for 42 minutes.
Yeah. Ooh.
So barely started.
We have barely started because time is wild and we ran super late. Well, started super late. That's fine. I started super late and had to edit shit on the fly.
To be fair, I was late as fuck too.
So
Half hour.
in half an hour we'll take that break then. There's creating a little mental spot in my mind.
Right. So they're setting up a marine camp in Phosphor Town.
Yep, that's where they're gonna go. But it's gonna take them like 2 days or so to reach there because I'm huffing it on foot.
They don't have a train.
They do not. All right. With that, did you guys did you take the train here or did you like?
Yeah, the train was like right here.
Yeah, you made it amphibious, didn't you?
Yes. 'cause
Your
the train
map is
can
not the
go
same as our
on
map. I still see the outside of the tower. You
Yeah.
see the whole island by the looks of it.
Yeah, because I moved and forgot. So yeah, you kind of made the train amphibious and kind of came in here. So I should swoop you back onto there.
Yay!
World map, well, country map, region map. Oh yeah.
Island map.
So with that, you're gonna take the amphibious train, which I assume you can just slap in reverse, or what? You just break off the front car and carry it round and turn it. I don't know. You somehow turn the train around in a river, and head back to.
Have you heard of
Carbonopolis?
trains? They can go backwards.
Did you make this train capable of going backwards?
Wave is literally gonna look at this thing,
All
and the only thing
trains
he's
can
going
go
to ask
backwards.
is this thing even safe?
That's just how
Flip
all
one
trains go.
switch. Safe? No. Durable? Yes.
It is armored.
And we took it on a massive jump and lived.
We did. Barely.
I don't know if I would live if I was around you people.
Yeah, well,
We've made it
with us or with them.
The road is right over there. You can get off.
That's
Or
pretty cramped
you
here
can go
anyway,
with the 100 or so mooks that was in that tower.
You mean
could
Safe
choose the
Tower,
pirates
that I just
faction
escaped
or the
from,
marine faction.
where they were
Your
the ones that
choice.
wanted to keep me captive.
You want to join the Marines or join the Marines?
Do I even get a choice anymore?
There is a third
So-
option. Can I pull out a set of handcuffs?
Wow.
highly illegal, but I mean,
I'm just
at
gonna
this
say
point.
this now. I'm sorry. Don't know who you are. Not into that. Walk source train cars.
Right, whatever. Train, in the train, down the river, to Carbonopolis.
Okay. On this journey, doesn't take very long, half an hour, maybe an hour, if that. Does anybody have any character interactions they would like to do, or we just boop straight back to Carbonopolis? You know, Star Wars scene wipe, next area. Yeah, just.
How you doing, Jimmy?
Still processing that we got a new guy, but do we even have a room for him?
No.
Not directly for him, but we have room on the ship.
Is he gonna be sleeping on like
The deck, probably.
He can share your room.
Stick me with the skunk. I will shove him in a window.
Good luck.
that might make me feel fart, so I advise you not to do that for both of our sakes.
No, I'll aim the stink end out the window.
That would be very skilled.
Just mount Jimmy on the wall like a trophy.
Just walk in, Jimmy. Where are you, Captain? Help! My ass is cold.
Alright. So,
Shogun's dying.
I think we're all dying. I mean, not to get philosophical, but every second we are 1 second closer to death.
I was gonna say,
so-
meanwhile, outside the ship, you see tiny legs just kicking, just like, help!
See, in my mind, it wasn't even like legs out. My mind was like, you know, just like folded him in half. ass out the window. So he's all like hunched up.
That's what I
It's like
My thought was basically, it's like you're sitting down, but my ass is just out the window. My legs, my torso, my arms are all still inside. It's just my ass.
It's like the way that you sit inside of an inner tube whenever you're like floating down the river or something.
There you go. That.
Exactly.
I mount the tube on the wall with Jimmy in it, and I just put like a strap on it that holds it in place. There we go.
Right. Anyway, off topic.
We're not gonna
Fire the cannon!
fire the Jimmy. Just he's mounted like that. You just punch him in the nose.
No.
Just open a can of beans.
just sitting there with a can of beans feeding him. Going, go on, Jimmy. We're being attacked by a pirate armada.
There's just no way.
You see green smoke in the air, and they're like, "What is that? Did they fire a flare?"
Oh, this is terrible.
This is our most off-topic session yet. I think. I think we've had the least amount of progress made per hour.
Look, I'm surprisingly okay with that. I'm just having a fun time, really. All right.
Alright, so I fire at Carbonopolis.
You're just shooting at
What is wrong?
because you are approaching Carbonopolis. You're
Save
just gonna start a
while
fight.
we blow apart whoever the hell's on
No.
the wall right now. Thank you.
No.
All right. So, just to remind everyone, Carbonopolis.
Fire
is
the
just,
train at Carbonopolis.
Carbonopolis is a big black cube, just a big old cubey boy.
The Borg.
Basically, as you approach it, same stuff happens as before. You know, like so, just little areas of it slide and windows kind of pop open. You see like firearms all aimed out. As some boys like, and then a little doorway opens on the river and allows you to come on in. You are back inside Carbonopolis. You find what the fuck was that dude's name? It was a ripoff of John Wayne.
Tim Wan.
Jim Wan, yeah.
Was it Jim?
I don't know. Go back a couple episodes if you really want to know. But
he had a name. I don't remember it because he was not that important.
Something?
Oh, okay. I wasn't actually here for this session, so did anyone else pick apart the fact that this place is made out of carbon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the
Yes.
fact that this place is just as unsafe as the place made out of phosphorus?
Mm-hmm. No.
it's mostly what graphite that they have.
It is mostly graphite, and on the inside, I mean, I explained this to.
Wait, it's made out of graphite?
It is like solid graphite, which everyone most of the equipment inside of Carbonopolis, every person here has like an electrically charged gauntlet, along with various, and they can use that to basically change and alter the graphite and make it as hard as diamond, make it as movable as carbon fiber. Like they can basically alter the carbon on a whim by using electrically charged tools and gauntlets and such. It is a fucking fortress.
For a group of idiots, they have some advanced tech.
So whoever we talk to, I just point at the rubble of a tower and I go, "We fixed your bandit problem.
Well,
Where's my lightning glove?"
he just takes his glove off and goes, "Well, I reckon you did a good job. Now, nothing can stand in the way of me toppling this kingdom and taking the power for myself."
Hey!
What?
Perfectly timed.
So walk over, just like, yeah. Oh, also, question. Do you have any other, like, I don't know, heirlooms, jewelry, something very important?
To me personally, or just like?
I mean, in general, but if the more personal it is, the more powerful it is.
Well, I got this gun. He just has a gun. Yep.
Why is that important?
First thing I ever killed a person with.
What is it, a revolver?
Yeah.
Must be pretty valuable to you.
It's real valuable. Got me on many stick situations. Killed many innocent people. I mean criminals with it.
I hold up my revolver and like kind of try and compare them. Interesting. Yours is a bit worn out.
I've been doing this a long time, little girl.
He's gonna Iris is gonna kind of poke the gun a little bit. Huh.
Uh-oh.
It is old.
you have
You're gonna boost its age.
Huh.
Oh no.
Nothing. Don't worry about it. I'll talk to you later about what I did.
I'm more concerned about what Shogun's thinking right now.
Well, he just got called little girl.
Maggie.
My mind immediately is surprised that he's not dead already.
Maggie.
Did he give me that lightning glove? He said he took it off.
Yeah,
okay.
You have a lightning glove left.
Wonderful.
Look at the glove. Can I study that for a moment?
No.
Wave gets no fucking respect.
Not yet! He hasn't earned his
We
respect.
just met him like 10 minutes ago.
He doesn't even have a hat yet!
He
No, I'm
literally...
gonna go up to a random dude and be like, I need your glove, and just take it off their hand and walk away.
He was also reluctant to join our team.
Look, I'm gonna point this out. Like, I mean, yes, I wouldn't have killed you all, but technically, in universe, the only reason you're alive is because of Wave. And you're just like, fuck you!
Way to figure
I
out
don't know,
something,
Mike.
just like
I
we
don't know,
somehow
Mike.
figured out surviving a mountain dropping on our ship.
I saved your life. What? You think that makes you special? Fuck you.
That's why I just walked up to a random dude, took his glove, and go, be like, I need to study this. Thanks. I walked away.
Just some random... He visibly panics. He kind of like goes, oh. And then kind of gives a look over to the John Wayne knockoff, like, hmm? And John Wayne knockoff just kind of goes, he's not important. He doesn't even have a hat. Yeah,
Exactly. I'm not officially a Marine. I can take this without getting in trouble.
yeah, you know what? Actually, at that moment, John Wayne knockoff looks at you and looks at the rest of him and goes, well, he wasn't part of the crew before. Is he, some kind of bandit? Or,
He was a prisoner.
yeah.
How? I have no fucking idea. Because according to what we've seen, he should have been able to break out of there on his own.
He was on vacation.
I pull out the cups that I stored in my bag. Sea stone.
Ah, that'll do it.
Drops them back in bag.
How?
Wait.
If that's with your ability, how are you touching it? But
That's not how sea stone works.
They're not affected. They're just in the bag. The bag itself has its own special thing, being specialist.
Wait.
you still touched the handcuffs, which would have made the bag.
No, he
You
made a
gave it?
bag, being a specialist
No.
class.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The bag has its own special thing, being specialist.
Yeah.
Not.
Oh.
Yeah. So like right now, I
have no idea what
anything
the
I
bag
put in the bag doesn't technically fully stay shrunk.
So basically, the specialist class, you basically get a bag of holding.
Oh,
and that's
yeah.
what this is.
Yeah.
But we're kind of flavoring it like, oh, you know what? It kind of works. This dude can shrink stuff. Wouldn't it be kind of cool if his specialist bag of holding is tied to that, so he can like shrink stuff and keep it in the bag? So it just
So
works.
while-
Don't think about it.
Whilst there's a bit of stuff going on,
Mm-hmm.
there's like a bit of commotion with all this nonsense.
Yeah.
Can I kind of hide
Yeah.
and kind of
no.
just slip away?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Carbonopolis, it is essentially just a fortress on the inside, so big open courtyard, and like all the buildings, they're just extensions of the carbon walls that have been shaped. And you have seen that these people can just move the walls with these gauntlets, and they can like create platforms and pull themselves up the wall. So it's very easy to just disappear in here. Because
Okay.
this place, it's like a miniature maze inside of here as well, because people are just moving everything as they want.
Well, I'm going to try and take a wire from myself
Mm-hmm.
and just jam it into the wall.
Yeah, this currently now has an electrical charge, meaning it is malleable to your touch.
And just smear the wall out of the way. Just
Are you like? Is this a wall to the outside? Are you trying to leave Carbonopolis? Are you trying to like
No,
create a space?
I'm trying to find the armory.
Oh God.
Yeah. So you can just step inside, like move around, and you can just see people moving around and doing bits and pieces and all the other stuff.
Well, so I don't have to breathe anymore.
Mhm.
So I'll hang out inside of the walls
Oh,
as needed
shit.
to hide.
Oh my God, he's
He
literally
can just
gonna...
he can just cocoon himself in graphite.
Yeah, and I just love the image. And there's just a slight bump in the wall, just kind of moving around.
And
Occasionally,
and sometimes you'll just see the very end of a rifle barrel.
yeah. Okay. So, do you want to roll me something? See if you can.
And every once in a while you see the scope pierce through the wall and then go back into the wall.
This
What do I need to roll?
Well, I was just about to say, what do you want to roll? I think there's like search, or is there an investigation or something like that?
I have. Oh, I was thinking Chum. Chum has really good search. I was just thinking hide for this actually.
Yeah. I'm happy to just say you are hidden, because I think that's hilarious.
Okay.
For the actual trying to find the armory.
Actually, could I use peeking out every once in a while and using my sense of smell every once in a while and my deep knowledge of explosives?
What are you trying to justify rolling right here?
Explosives.
It's a skill that he can have as a marksman. We went over this last time.
I am very okay with I am very okay with this. Roll explosives to see if you can find where the armory is.
Wait. Oh.
Is that enough?
Let's see. 33. Yeah, I think 33 is that is a big enough number. You can just find this armory, and when you do so, there are two people in here, and it kind of looks like they have like a rotating shift pattern, because in case someone tries to steal their stuff. It is wild in here. They have. I mean, it doesn't look particularly like super high tech or anything like out of this world, but this is high quality, and not just like basic firearms. There's a lot of this electrified equipment. So they're melee weapons, whether that be swords or maces or spears, have electrified charges on them.
Is the floor made out of graphite?
The floor. Yes. Which I am now regretting saying.
I go down and just begin to snoop crates
Take whole crates.
down into the floor.
Okay. I'm thirsty. Where are you moving these to?
Nowhere right now. I'm just putting them in the floor.
All right. I'll keep that in mind. So,
And I can see them because I have X-ray vision.
Do you fucking really?
I do!
Oh my god!
I-
Cyborg
Okay.
feats are crazy.
Shogun, we'll let you talk about this earlier. You like to know a little bit of everything. X-rays. How do they interact with carbon? Because I know they can't go through lead.
So the only thing that matters if things have different levels of density. This would be high density, so it would be. I wouldn't be able to see very far. It would be extremely foggy. But it would be less density than metal. So I would have short range.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I am very
Let's
okay
see.
with that.
What it actually says for X-ray vision for cyborg feats. You are able to see inside containers and behind thin walls which are at least half an inch thick but less than 5 inches thick. When using this technique, you gain a +2 bonus to spot and search checks. For every minute you use this ability, use a quarter of a fuel bottle.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So basically, I'm still semi-blind, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with just stumbling around in mostly darkness for the crates.
Yeah, I am very okay with this. I will say, how long do you want to spend doing this? Like, because obviously you are on a fuel tank here.
Be right back.
If every minute uses a quarter of a tank.
Well, I'm gonna do it entirely blind for the first bit, and just get stuff down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna get stuff down. I'm also going to go to the guards,
Mm-hmm.
grab their ankles,
Oh god.
and pull them down to their necks.
I assume you then strip them of any gear they are currently wearing, because they would also probably have these electrified gauntlets to be able to move stuff around.
Yeah. I don't want to suffocate them, but I want to prevent them from yelling.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, you can 100% do that. You don't need to roll anything for that. I'm happy with that as is.
And so once I've secured the armory, I can actually take breaks, go up into the armory, sit down, take a smoke, and recharge my fuel, and then offload my fuel, the crates that I'm taking, outside into the train.
So Maggie smokes cigars. So the actual fuel, I imagine, is actually like smoke pressure. So you just a cigar, and then just as you're using abilities, it'll toss out smoke.
Yeah. So meanwhile,
Maggie, just
So,
while I'm doing this,
yes, whilst this is happening, what are the rest of you doing, aside from just being incredibly frustrated at everything?
Is this guy serious about being like the warlord now of this place?
He's always been like that. Like, when you first talked to him, he was very much like, I want to dethrone the king.
oh, by the way, I'm also writing an angry note.
Oh,
His whole thing, it was the king of this kingdom, the Pyrite Kingdom. This guy hates him. Used to work for him. Used to be like his commander, like his man at arms, his commander-in-chief type personal, like lead military man. And basically, the king here signed an agreement and works openly with Neutschark. And this guy don't like that. And he's very much like, we should remove the king, and then I will take over.
Okay. Okay. See, I thought it was like an evil type takeover, not a fuck Neutschark type takeover.
I mean, it's both. It's both.
Yeah, that's something for the 100 Marines we made.
I was gonna say what I was gonna say was I was gonna have Iris challenge him to like a marksman
a king off.
event.
Oh,
Like,
you want to get
target
into a... Alright,
Yeah.
so... If you want to do that, please have that conversation.
Excellent. Iris will walk over. I was like, so you fancy yourself the leader of this place? Yeah.
Yep. I'm the oldest, most skilled, smartest, strongest, greatest shot. Quite frankly, I'm just the most qualified person on this entire damn island to be in charge of absolutely anything.
Prove it.
Raises an eyebrow, and I believe I gave this guy a big stupid mustache, because I have a thing for giving people big stupid mustaches. It just makes me smile. Because then when eyebrow raises and the mustache raises with it, like, He goes, you think that's a smart idea, boy?
In fact, I do.
You know, I don't do none of this non-lethal challenges. If you want to draw, it's live ammo.
Why would we use anything else?
I like your style. I respect that. That was his catchphrase, I remembered it.
Right. So, what do you say? 10 paces?
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Is anyone gonna be like? Is someone?
The city, it's gonna get himself killed.
Is someone who is neutral or as close to neutral as possible gonna step in and say, "I will referee this"? Like,
What's the referee? Either one's dead, they're both dead, or neither are dead.
Well, still to like
Gonna-
mark the draw.
yeah.
Iris is gonna point to him and was like, but he motioned for his snakes to crawl up on his arm. He was like, I bet Pride over here can beat that rust bucket of a revolver any day.
He gets his gun, and you're right. This gun is fairly withered, fairly beaten up. Like this looks like something that has seen war multiple times. And he kind of like spins it around on his finger, and dude is super dexterous. To give reference, this is very much like Daddy the Master or Daddy Masterson, whatever his name is, from Logtown, but not as kind. He just kind of like spins it around, and then what he does is behind him, without even looking. So he spun it round, lifts his arm, and fires 3 shots behind him, and hits 3 bullseye targets perfectly. And goes, my old girl here still knows a few tricks.
Let's see it then.
All right. Stans, you both get back to back. This guy, he's fairly average build, but you can tell that he is there's not even a sense of urgency here. Not even a drip of sweat. Just really calm, casual. Stands there. He adjusts he now has a cowboy hat because I like that aesthetic and it seems to fit him. And he just goes, ready? 10 pieces. 1. And we don't need to count to 10 because that'd be boring for us to just sit here and go 1, 2, 3, etc. So you get 10 paces apart from each other. Silence. There's a spark in the air, and probably because of a huge amount of general electrical discharge in this entire area.
Everyone's hair is standing on end.
Literally, hair just naturally stands on end, and the call is made. So, roll initiative.
I don't think there's too much of a problem with that, considering it's time to activate the trigger that I set when I poked his gun.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go ahead and swell up that chamber so that when he fires it, it backfires.
Ooh. Okay. So,
Do you see this dog, by the way?
I do see this dog.
She's got.
But I mean, I am faster. I mean, I didn't even have to cheat.
That's a nat 20. All right, so I mean, okay. The thing is, I rolled a 19. Oh, so Rin, you have full narrative control here. What happens? How does this look?
First, I mean, I think I got him.
29. Okay, yeah, you hit him for sure. Okay, you know what? He actually just rolled a nat 1 on his defense. So this is narratively going exactly how you need it to go. Rin, please take full narrative control. Describe everything that happens in this scene.
Hold on, I have to decide whether I need him alive or dead. No!
Embarrass
No.
him.
I want to
kill him.
break his will and make him... Wait! Better idea. Okay, check it. I do need to do one other thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I can... And could I potentially get a circumstance bonus on this?
It depends what you wanted to do and what bonus you would like.
Basically, I want to do something similar to what I did with the previous base, with this base.
Mm-hmm.
With the bandits here. After I want to I made that declaration to gather everyone's attention,
Mm-hmm.
had him talk himself up, had him use a special weapon, and then I just decimated him in front of all of his followers.
Decimate is not the right word you want. Decimate means you destroyed 10% of.
I mean,
you know what? Depending on how you want this to go, narratively, I'm super okay. Because you know what? I'm saying it. I am down for this. This can be the reveal, right? Because this wasn't planned. I'm making shit up as I go, and I'm having fun with it. This dude's arm, entirely cybernetic, entirely robot arm. And so as you fire your shot, you can make your shot go straight through the barrel of his gun, and that goes up and basically destroys his entire firing arm.
Yeah.
So you have destroyed 10% of this man.
So I'm gonna shoot him. The bolt is going to fly through his gun, hit it. Which, if he was firing, it would be backfiring. And I'm just gonna say that the bolt hits the right point, so that when it backfires, it just propels the bolt more out the gun, up his arm, and it kind of like grazes the side of his neck, like right under his jugular, in such a way that it's so close that it's like he knows deep down inside that he missed on purpose.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna fly into the background and hit the bullseye on the target that he shot.
Yeah. That's perfect. So as that happens, the bolt. So the bullet that backfired in his gun, that bullet, which is electrically charged, by the way, because everything here is. So that backfires into his arm, causing that to surge, lock up, meaning that as the bolt passes through it, it basically just... This entire arm just collapses, falls off into shrapnel on the floor. Dude is left, no arm, nick on his neck, side... just there, behind him. Is there an explosion on the target? Like, you hit the bullseye, is there an explosion just for... Actually, your bolt would technically become electrically charged. Does it hit the wall and cause an opening in the wall?
It's gonna hit the wall, and it's gonna carve like an infinity symbol, but it looks like a snake into it.
Okay, so basically an Ouroboros, but in an infinity shape.
Indeed.
That's fucking badass. That is anime as shit. Alright. So, that has happened. Dude, he kind of drops down to one knee, and just clutching at where his arm was. He goes, "You got me, boy. I respect that." Yeah. Well, what do you claim for your prize?
You're muted. You're
Am I
muted,
muted?
Ren.
There
There
we
you
go.
go.
Iris will like look around. He was like, "Huh, I like this base."
Yeah, you beat me fair and square. I guess you're the commander now.
Oh no.
So at that point, all the people around here they give a salute to Iris, and Iris, you have a small army basically.
It's all coming together.
I am giving you way too much power.
Iris is the next main antagonist.
Yeah.
Iris then looks at Merc and says, like, "Okay, so you said you needed people to like patrol the area."
Did I? I don't remember what the fuck all I have said.
We have Phosphor Town, and now we have Carbonopolis covered.
Still confused on whether you're working for me
At
or
this
against
point-
me.
You see Maggie like drag herself out of the wall. Ugh.
What'd I miss?
Where did you go?
She's like picking bits of liquid carbon out of her clothes.
I must have just imagined just
What
poke
happened?
that out. What'd I miss?
Fucking Muriel.
Mirio.
Power! Power! Just pokes
So-
head out of wall. What'd I miss?
So, Wave, what have you been up to? Because you just took the glove and went off to do stuff.
Yeah, I've just been sitting in the car tinkering with it, trying to figure out how they make it work so I can replicate it in multiple ways and other forms as well.
We have a car.
Specialist stuff.
A train. Okay, and Jimmy, what have you been doing this whole last time we've been in town? You just been sat in the train going, "Can we go?"
Can we get McDonald's?
I've been good.
Do I need to make another fucking like sticker book for Jimmy like I did for Chum?
Oh my god.
I want ice cream.
I've been thinking about the minion I want to create
Ooh,
in
yes.
the train. So
Okay.
I haven't done anything in the train, but that's what I've been doing.
Okay, so out of curiosity, how does Jimmy take notes of all this? Does he have a notebook? Is it just filled with doodles and various writings and such? Or is it just all in the noodle?
I was literally imagining a book that's filled with thousands of designs and he has no one to help him make them, so he feels sad.
I just have this like scrap of paper, and I just write on it bits and pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to say what's written on it, just so this isn't boring?
You can keep it to yourself if you so wish. You can share it if you also would like to. That's entirely up to you.
I would like to leave it as a surprise, because I also need your okay on it.
Yeah, that is absolutely fine. So, I assume at some point someone comes to like tap Jim on the shoulder to like. So, before that happens, what is going on? You, Iris, you've essentially claimed this as your territory. Maggie, you've taken as much equipment as you can get your hands on.
Well, yeah, Jimmy would know that there's stuff loaded into the train.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Jimmy would have been like there and is like sitting on a crate.
I would have just looked up and I was like, oh, hey.
Oh
And
no!
then go back.
Oh, we're doing this again.
Jimmy sat there, surrounded by crates, just being crated in.
Mercurius gonna get on the train like, wait, where's Jimmy? Captain!
Wave just steps out. Like, I assume you've taken this gauntlet and you've just gone, okay, yeah. Or Wave, you basically these are all. It's not going to be as basic as battery power, but it's essentially battery power, just amped up. Essentially, like each one of these gauntlets has got like a car battery in it, but shrunk down, so you can attach this car battery to anything, whether that be a sword, a gun,
A cyborg.
a cyborg, a whip,
Crossbow?
a crossbow. Yeah, it is a snake, electrified snake.
Might hurt.
It might hurt the snake, but you could do it.
Someone turned my snakes into cyborgs. Wait, hold on.
So, out
I
of
might be able to do
curiosity, Wave, what have you done with the gauntlet? Have you taken the power supply and have you done anything with it? Or have you just got it, so you're just holding like a tiny little condensed car battery power supply? Be like, I can do stuff with this.
Talking to me, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I said Wave.
Oh. Sorry, half out of it. Yeah, no, more like the glove is still intact. I'm just kind of mainly going over the wiring stuff right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to figure out a way to incorporate it with my blade whip.
In this time, I'm going to say you probably could have done that.
So now I just have an electrified glove whip, like, combo.
Yeah, pretty much. Which I think is bomb as hell. And Mercurius, you've just been stood there as your crew have just...
I was having a conversation with the dude, and then Iris was like,
Shoot
"I'm
me.
taking the yeah, fight me," and I'm like, okay, whatever. I guess whatever. I have 4 different gloves now.
for your 6
fire-
arms.
Fire, cold, lightning, and spikes.
Oh,
Just need 2 more.
I do.
do you know what the last 2 you want are?
Explosion. I'll make you an explosion glove.
No,
That
I believe we're already working on number 5 because Smithy was gonna make a corrosion glove based upon Jimmy's stuff,
Yes.
and then I bet I could combine fire and corrosion to make explosive.
Oh, easily.
Yeah, that's how Bakugo's powers work.
And then 6, I don't know. I might have to wait a few sessions for it. But I don't know. Light?
No.
Very
Bakugo
soon.
is literally
Very
liquid
soon.
napalm.
Very soon, I
Can't
will level
glycerin.
up enough
Yeah.
to be able to break down the sea stone that Wave has and make a
Since you're
glove
gonna
out
get
of
my sea
that.
stone.
I mean, if we're going full headcanon and, you know, as
You'll
much
sleep at some
chaos
point.
as much chaos we want, theoretically, you could get a glove that has a devil fruit. If there's anything wild you can think of.
Oh my god.
Look,
The Give it like the
It's the one
change
that
fruit. You
hat
can
with-
turn the glove into a shield.
Zeta still wants the hat with the car fruit.
Oh my god.
The car fruit.
The dog
Yeah.
That's
dog
another
glove.
one I want to know how the hell it works, other than the theory I had of it, of like it's mixed in with it as it's being made.
I mean, I like the idea of we somehow get you the dog model, and your glove can just be Marla. And so you punch, and it turns into Marla.
Be wonderful.
It's a good glove. Alright, so Merc was halfway through a conversation, and that just got absolutely, like, taken apart. But hey, I guess you kind of succeeded, because this place now
Fine.
does whatever you need it to.
For now.
For now.
For now, until Iris says, screw everyone, I rule the world now.
So,
Would never do that.
is there anything else you would like to do here in Carbonopolis, or are you gonna start making plans? Because this guy, his vague plan of action was he just needed the bandits to stop attacking him so he could lead an attack on Takaroa and take out the king. You
No?
stopped that. Do you just want to do that? Or are you fussed
Do
about
it.
going to the other places? 'Cause I can't remember what's at the other places. What are the other towns?
Sulfur and farm.
Yeah. Like, you don't have
I
to
feel-
go to these if you
I
don't
don't-
wish. Or,
Well, according to our train tracks, we do.
well,
Yeah.
we can just say the train goes through. Like, you just keep going.
Well,
you just-
according to the train tracks, we do. According to the river, we don't.
You do now have an amphibious train. You can say screw this. I also do kind of love the mental image of, like, you know, there's a nice little town, and, you know, there's like a little cutscene, and there's people talking about, boy howdy, we sure do have some problems here. I wish people could come fix it. Train just comes through and goes, fuck you!
No, get it right. It's
No side quests! Suck my ass side quests! If you feel that you're geared up enough and you just want to get the fuck off this island, we can streamline it. We can skip. These are just side quests to get equipment, really, and apparently armies if you're Iris.
Yeah, that's gonna be concerning later on down the road, I feel.
However, I would like more time to prepare. I have a bunch of weaponry, and I need time to actually use it, like prepare, like actually unbox it, and
I mean, we could like hole up here for a while.
I don't know why, but I feel like by the time you're done, you're gonna have some sort of new gun created that has multiple barrels, and it's just gonna be like the ultimate sniper rifle shotgun
you didn't
combo.
finish the word. I'm going to have a Gundam.
Oh god,
So,
there's a giant living gun. Oh no.
We're only level 5!
something that
Yeah,
has just
no,
occurred
He's
to
got a
me.
robotic
It's
minion.
going to be.
You really think he's not gonna
It's
turn
going
into a
to be
Gundam?
dummy. He's just going to be a giant robot mech.
Oh my god.
Something that has just occurred to me.
Yeah.
One, I need to stop running games where I give Shogun giant robots.
Yes.
And two, Carbonopolis can technically move.
Yes.
Because everything moves, and we've said that the floor is carbon. You could essentially, if you
Give it
wired everything
legs.
up, well, not even legs. You can just make it slide along the floor.
Give me-
You could just
Give me.
It's a giant
Give Wave
snail.
a moment. He ducks back down to the car, starts tinkering more with the glove.
you could essentially attach some of these electrified things to the train and make Carbonopolis move with the train. So you could just move that, plop it down at the last stop at Farmville, and be like, "Yeah, we're here," and use that area as like downtime, prep time, and then you can plan your assault
You
on
can make
Krakatoa.
Carbonopolis into a giant snail.
You
Alright.
can.
Wave pokes out of the car. I have an idea!
Carbonopolis can go up the mountain.
That's assuming the tracks go up the mountain.
No.
If
It
hold
doesn't
up,
need
hold up.
tracks. It's a snail. It's liquid. It
Oh,
can just
shit.
crawl.
That's
We're
a
gonna need
terrifying
some watering
It can
and
go
metal for that.
and just sloop onto the side of the castle.
concept. Okay, so if you wanted to do that, I am more than happy
Oh
to say you're just gonna move Carbonopolis. I mean, it's gonna move slowly,
Let's just take the city
but you
and push
can.
it
Oh,
somewhere.
yeah, it's gonna be slow.
I'm
Oh,
gonna hop out of the car, I'm gonna grab
Red.
Jimmy and be like, come with me, I need your assistance.
Rin,
Hey, I'm a scientist too.
we're fucking
Yeah.
Kaidoing this. We just So I'm gonna say this will take you maybe like 3 days grand total to move Carbonopolis from where it is, just slurping up the mountain. So if you want, we can now say you've got 3 days of downtime, and we can do that after we take a break. And then next session we can start. We're just like, all right, fucking war, go. We moved our city to your city. Fight me. We
Yeah,
moved
just
our
do- I just-
castle on your
Like I
castle.
said, I hop out of the car, I just grab Jimmy out of the car, just start dragging him along, going, come on!
Hey! I quickly grab my paper before it falls out of my hands.
Alright, so with that, we can take a quick 5-minute break, and we will try and get it as close to 5 minutes as possible. So we'll do that.
Give you time to give me something to drink.
Yeah, come back, and then we'll figure out over the next 3 days what we would all like to be getting on with and working on. And I am also quite happy to say that you get your level up here.
Oh,
Yes!
So then you're leveled up going into the fight here, so you can show off new powers and stuff. So,
I believe it's the level I needed to do what I wanted to do.
so with that, let me throw us on over to a break screen, which, yes, that is there. And we'll be back in 5, so see you all real soon. We're back. Since we started late, which, you know, I'm not going to blame anyone, shit happens. We don't have loads of time left, because I want to end about the time we would normally end. So, for the last 45 minutes, essentially, what I think would be kind of fun to do is go around, talk about our level ups, and then discuss what we would like to do in the 3 days while we just move an entire fucking fortress up a mountain. This game is wild. So, Nick, you already got started. Would you like to tell us about your level up?
Yeah, sure. Fucking dogs bark right as I go to explain. I don't understand what that's about. But anyways,
They knew you were gonna speak.
you were here a couple sessions ago while we were traveling. I was given the opportunity to take a feat already, which I did for Rumble Balls, which I have given to James, and I've explained those a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
But for this level, I got the feat of Microbiologist. Microbiology is the study of bacteria and other small organisms. This allows the doctor to create cultures which you can then use to infect others via food, injection, or some other form of entry into the body. This disease cannot be transferred through airborne means. Any creature exposed to your disease loses 1d6 health every hour for 1d6 hours. A fortitude save versus a DC of 18 can be rolled to avoid the effect.
That's pretty cool.
So I can go for long haul poisons, basically.
That's actually.
And the thing that I will get next level, because that's when we'll hit 10 ranks and favored skills. That makes that crazy.
All right. So, obviously, then all the other generic level up stuff. So +1 in skills, health, yada yada yada. Is there anything like aside from the feats? Is there anything else that you found to be kind of interesting or which you just have to, like, ooh, your plus is now such and such, or.
I don't have any plus changes because that doesn't happen at level 6. It's every 4 levels, and then at 10th level we get +1 to everything.
I didn't mean stat. I just meant like a skill roll. Like, are you happy with any? Got like how like Maggie can get like a +30 to like shots. With this, have you?
I mean, I've pretty much always been happy with my heal roll, which between my general wisdom, my ranks, and I have a bonus for actually having a medical license. I have what +9 +3 +3. That's 15. +15, so I have a minimum of 16 on a roll.
Which is really good because
max of 35.
Just off the cuff, if you've got it on hand, I mean, it's written down somewhere, both in the book and on the Roll20. What do you need to roll to make a potion? It is like a 16.
Here it's pretty low. There, here medicines and poisons. We'll look at those separately. Under medicines, there is nothing I can't make. The highest DC of a crafting DC on potions is a Grand Regeneration Potion, which requires 50 pounds of medical herbs, distilled water, and 10 ginseng roots. It can, consumer gains 10 HP per turn for 10 turns.
Yow.
And it takes a 35 DC.
Which, okay, yeah, on a crit you can hit.
Yes. Second below that is a 30 of a Greater Restoration. Gains a +6 to any drained or disabled attribute. Cannot be used to increase a target's attribute above normal.
And that's pretty wild, considering we're, level 6.
I can also make some sweet berry serum at only 21 DC, which my tea, like, it makes somebody sleepy. This will straight up put someone to sleep for 1d6 plus 2 hours when injected.
Wow. Alright, so Merc is built as a brawler. Merc should have been a fucking rogue. He could have just murdered everyone.
But you see, I didn't want to be a rogue because I wanted to be an aquatic karate master. I wanted to be the fishman karate. The thing is, though, is that you don't need any feats from the brawler class to do that. You just need ranks in unarmed and then flurry of blows, which is a general feat.
I mean, if at some
and not to have a devil fruit either.
Yeah. If at some point you would like to switch your class, because we didn't know this fucking game when we started playing. I'm happy to let that happen and make any change. When Zor first started, Zor was a fucking swordsman and then switched to a warrior because we're still figuring it out.
I do like Brawler, though, just because it gives Blooded for free, which means I have extra health.
Yeah, it's just something to keep in the back of my mind. If at any point you go, actually, you know what, if I had gone rogue, I could be having much more fun. So it's just something to keep in mind. So keep that thought somewhere.
Also, just so you are aware, there is only one poison that I'm not able to make.
Oh, good. The ultra mega death poison.
The deadly deadly necrotoxin.
Oh god.
Target takes 2d6 corrosive damage per turn for 10 turns.
Yo. So grand total, that's 20d6.
20d6 of corrosive damage.
Yo.
Wait, there's 2 DCs here. One says app DC, one says pot DC. I don't know what pot DC. I'm not sure what either of those are.
Let's have a look, because I think I added all of these things onto Roll20. So items, poisons, Let's look at that.
Actually, can doctors make poisons, or is that a rogue thing?
I don't think rogues can make poison.
Pot. That is strange. Where's the thing where it describes what they do?
Rogues can apply poisons, but it doesn't say they make them.
Yeah, so the app, that to me sounds like apply, so that's the DC it takes to apply it to like a weapon or something. Well, because 3.5 and D20 systems in general kind of had this thing where you had to apply.
Oh, in case of without hurting yourself. Yeah. And the rogue feat of apply poison reduces the application DC of them all by 2.
Yeah, pot. I don't know what that could mean.
I have no idea either.
I'm gonna have to crack up on the
unless
PDF and
it's
find out.
like
Position of target?
Doubt it.
Is yeah, because all the others just say craft for making. So pot.
Make it in a pot.
That means something, and
Because I can make antidotes and I can make medicine. You'd think I'd be able to make poisons too.
Yeah.
But I don't.
We'll look into that. All right.
I'm going to have to change locations really quick, actually.
Potency DC.
Okay.
That's what that is. That's the DC for someone to resistant via con. So okay, I think I can't make poisons. I think that those are bot only poisons. You have to buy them because they are listed under the costs. They all have berry costs, which are surprisingly fucking cheap.
Money's
A deadly
weird.
necrotoxin is in 150,000 berries.
That'll be for one use of it.
Yeah, I mean, but with the way bounties are in this world, you collect one bounty, you can get like 10 doses of necrotoxin, go kill 10 people, and then you can get 100 doses of necrotoxin.
That is true. There's a lot of wild stuff you can do. All right, cool. Well, if there's nothing else you would like to say about what Merc is getting with level 6, we will move on down to our newest member.
I just want to, yeah. There, I rolled a 5 and I got a 21.
I love this game. It's so ridiculous. All right, Wave. How does your level up look? How's level 6 looking?
Basically now when my whip wraps around someone to stun them, I can chain it to others as well. So like the whip would wrap around and like I'd zap to another person.
That's so cool. I love that.
Yeah, I could take the one I really wanted, which was Ice Shard, where I could literally fire just a chunk of ice at someone.
Is that what you're planning next level, or?
I don't think I can get it for actually a couple levels, because I think I need like 12 ranks in it.
Oof. Yeah, that's going to be a while. But it's definitely something to work towards, which should be a lot of fun. All right. Is there anything else you would like to just generally talk about with Wave, like we just did with Merc? Like, just tell us why your character's really cool and why you like them.
Mainly because of the fact of like I have a technical like trick weapon for my thing. Because on one hand,
Bloodborne
it's
character now.
Basically, because the whip can be has like a hook mechanism to it that holds it in place to where I could either keep it close or let it extend out, as well as I could also hook it into the cannon on my other arm to use as a grapple hook. It's got a quick release button that folds the end of the blade into a hook,
so
it can actually wrap and grab.
You're just enjoying the huge versatility of the one weapon, in contrast to Zor, who was carrying like 27 weapons.
Yes, as well as the fact of, one, you kind of have someone to help with everything, and two, this character is smaller, so I don't have to worry about getting hit as often, I feel.
You get to stand back a little bit, not just like be the punching bag.
I could also at one point just be like, nah, I don't feel like damage today. No, thank you.
All right. Well, with that, if there's nothing else, Maggie, do you want to tell us about your level up?
Oh, nothing fancy. Just grenades and preparing for my next level up. Nothing super fancy.
I mean, we still need to figure out Dummy, because does Dummy technically level up as well?
Kind of.
Does
They have
right?
They have a sheet. I don't think they get feats, but they.
Oh, he
I
does.
think They do.
He does get feats. Forgot he does get feats. In fact, he gets a devil fruit feat at this level.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Devil Fruits work the same.
A minion.
I
is
know
always
there's like a
the
level
same
up chart.
A minion is always
Yeah.
the same level as their master. If the minion dies and be recreated with a new body, it retains its current level after being recreated. Since the class can vary, the scientist needs to assign attribute points to the minion manually. They start at level 1 with 8 attribute points to spend, and then gain 2 more attribute points and can choose 1 feat in their class every 4 levels starting at level 4.
There it is.
So
Zombies can wear light armor naturally, but may wear heavier classes of armor if the scientist chooses to spend feats on minor proficiency. To calculate the minion's HP, the formula is 3 plus con mod multiplied by the minion's level.
we'll worry about that later.
Stuff about devil.
But we really do need to build his devil fruit tree.
At level
Yeah.
6, though, he has 18 HP. 3 DR.
Yeah. Anyway,
Alrighty, Jimmy.
Yes.
How is your level 6?
I run fast.
You took a new
Oh.
stance?
No? Well,
You just take a
can
run.
I? Do I get a devil fruit feat this one?
Or
Level
Would it be
6.
7?
Do we get him at
So-
2, 4,
That'll be,
6?
that'll be 7.
Would it be?
So
It
it's
is
1,
7.
3, 5, 7.
Okay. Then yeah. I go fast now. I got run, which when running, you move 5 times your normal speed.
Oh god, and he takes the roll ball and goes into his own speed form.
Oh god.
Along with improved speed. Increase your baseline speed by 5 feet, and you may take this feat multiple times. However, I'll need another 2 con for each time I do it from now on. But Bardic, this is baseline speed. So does that mean that 5 is actually a 25 when I run?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because okay, so your base land speed is now 35, right? And so
Yes. Wait, no.
Yeah, it should be 35 because the only one that goes to 20 feet
Yeah.
is Merfolk and Fishmen, I believe.
Yeah. So 5 by 35 is what? 140, 175. If you spend a full round action running, you can run 175 feet.
And I go 100 feet of speed in water.
Yeah. I mean, if
I'm the other
you-
way
you
around.
can't go in water.
Well, you can't
devil
swim.
fruit.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Wait,
Don't know. Why
no,
that's
but
important.
but if we could figure out a way, he could move fast enough he could run on water.
That would
Only
still
some
use
can do
land
that.
speed.
That's a swordsman feat.
Yeah.
So unless you're gonna change classes,
That is a source of fear. I forgot about that.
But all right.
Either way,
Either way, you can run away real fast in a straight line, providing you do nothing else that turn.
I've almost fucking multiplied my speed by 6 times. Not to mention the fucking bonuses. Does it add on top of it now, or does that also get multiplied whenever I transform?
I think they were always like base additions, weren't they? So like it was like plus 10 movement
Okay.
speed. So
So it won't get multiplied by my feet?
obviously
Well,
when
if it
you're
says
running,
if it doesn't add, I feel like if it adds to his base movement speed, it would, but unless it's just a straight increase.
I mean,
So-
the way
So, for example, I don't have your sheet up in front of me. I'm fairly certain one of them is just like plus 10 movement speed, right?
Yeah.
So that, whilst in that form, your movement speed would now be 45. When running, you can move 5 times that, so 5 by 45 would be 225. Which is
I'm going to
real
go
big.
whoosh.
I'm honestly
Um,
hoping when we get to this castle, it's stormy.
At level
I want
10,
to show off something.
you should be able to take the scientist feat. Powered suit mastery.
No.
Oh no!
We can't have robot skunk. We can't have mech suit skunk.
But come on, he could be with us more often because then the stink wouldn't be affected outside of it. It would be funneled through.
Wait, first you have to take powered suit. Where's that?
There's create powered suit,
Oh yeah.
which he can take now.
Which you can
Oh.
take now.
Scientists now has the skills to create their very own power suits, which can only be operated by them. The suits can be made of any material as long as the scientist knows how to use it and has access to the machines necessary to process the materials. The suit may contain a variety of powers similar to cyborg implant abilities. Work with your DM to determine the amount of materials needed, time required, difficulty of the invent DC roll, and the final result of your crafting attempt. Note that the suits can improve the scientist's DC, but will eventually fall apart if they take too much damage.
Anyway,
I will say this: I'm willing to offer my services in helping with that invent check.
if you improve, if you get Power Suit Mastery, it gives you +5 land movement speed.
Oh wow.
+1 DR, +1 defense,
come later.
and a cyborg implant.
So you'd be able to get that next level because it requires Invent 10.
I think we know what Jimmy's next few levels are gonna be. Just
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a power suit.
Wait, and you should make it to where it can be modified with your form changes to where like the speed form you go into, it actually alters the robotic suit
God.
slightly to be faster.
James, what if you just make yourself look like Silas?
Oh my god, I could.
And then if you take Cyborg Repairman, I don't know if you have that already or not.
I don't. I was also looking at that.
I have it
you
already.
you could literally just use it to inject Maggie to heal her.
I already have Cyborg Repairman. I can repair myself. It's
this
fine.
stuff is so cool. All right.
Yes, but if y'all both have it and y'all both become cyborg types, y'all can just heal each other mid combat.
Just stand next to each other, plugged in. Going, yep. Good.
Oh god, that
I want to know
would be
which
terrifying.
would be faster, train or me running there.
You?
Yep.
All right,
Oh, okay.
let's get
you can have assistance because I can just ride in your pocket.
let's get moving.
All right. Finally, Iris, level up.
Ooh.
What's it look like?
Well, if it isn't broke, I see no reason to fix it.
No, you
So I just took shot on the run twice again.
there has to be a limit.
So
to
now-
this.
My base movement speed is increased by 70 feet.
If you
and my
take a
to
shot.
hit and, yeah, if I shoot, and my to hit and damage is increased by 7.
I have found the flaw in this game. They did not say you may take this a number of times up to 3.
Yeah.
I mean, he is making it to where this character won't be able to take his prestige classes and careers.
I
but-
couldn't do that anyway
Why?
because I'm not using guns, and he's a dual wield marksman. He's not a sniper type. He's a mobile in your face type, but he's not using
Oh.
guns, so we can't take that. So
Can't
he
use-
doesn't
he can't be
qualify for
sniper.
anything anyway. Yeah, he doesn't qualify for any prestige classes. So he's just gonna take shot on the run
Every time. Like,
every time.
the-
He's just gonna be so fucking fast that it doesn't matter. He doesn't need a prestige class if he can run across 3 football fields, shoot you point blank in the face and back.
You don't want to be the headhunter prestige career?
Nah.
Alright.
I'm gonna be sprinting away. I'm like, it's so nice being so much faster now. What's that sound? Yeah! Just shooting guns. I'm always sprint
so-
after me.
I was gonna say as that meme is just on your left.
So the really funny thing is, if you're just both running, like just side by side, Jimmy outspeeds. Iris shoots
Really?
his fucking crossbow and then just zooms.
Okay, yeah.
He's like, all right, activate the nitro button.
It makes no sense.
Like doesn't even have to hit anyone, just has to fire it. Just ping.
Oh,
We
You
can
want to see me
justify it.
teleport? You can't teleport. No, but close. Aims.
oh,
Like,
okay.
what the fuck?
My face hurts from smiling and laughing too much at all this. Oh, all right. So we've got.
I mean, I was gonna say there was
Um,
something else he was gonna do during the 3 days.
I was just about to say 3 days. We have
Oh.
that much time. We'll do. You know what? We'll start with Rin and go back up the line. Your
Cool.
3 days, you have as much downtime as you like to get on with, as much stuff as you would
Excellent.
like to get on with. So hit me with ideas, and I will say roll a thing, or yeah, that sounds cool, or well, let's face it, I don't
Alright.
think I've ever said no. So, Rin, what would you like to do for 3 days?
So basically, he's going to be going around to all the members of the fortress and getting everything set up so that he can kind of he's getting a master control for the fortress.
Oh God.
Because if he can channel his flare fruit throughout the whole fortress, he could potentially like this. We have mechanisms that can like make it solid and fluid and all of that. And theoretically speaking, with proper flare up of like solidity, liquidity, and like pressure.
Liquidity.
Liquidity.
Do you mean fluidity?
No, I mean liquidity.
Yep.
I mean exactly what I said.
You mean that word that's not a word, but okay.
All words are made up.
Fuck, he's right.
Liquidity is a word, it's just not.
It's not used correct in this context.
Yeah, not for this context at all.
Okay.
That's financial.
No, that's what we're talking about.
Liquidated.
Iris fucking destroys the financial standing of this building.
Walks up to the king and was like, "What? I'm gonna flare up your liquidity. What? It's gone now.
What
did you do? Your money is now worthless."
Yeah,
You know
what
why?
kind of third-rate stand user are you?
I mean, it does. Like they have an economy anyway. Most of this island trades rocks.
True. But yeah, he's
You
gonna
are broke now.
He's getting things set up so that he can kind of like, I don't know, sit in like a chair or something. And control it. He wants the town he wants it to be the living areas to be in like a gyroscope, so that if things move too much, the people inside are fine. They're not getting knocked around.
Okay.
Do you have the construction capacity to build that gyroscope?
Since
Maybe.
all the walls and like
Find out.
everything this is made out of is movable and changeable, I don't know if Iris could do it, but if you ask one of your 3 fucking scientists on this crew if they would help, you could probably have someone roll to create that.
I'm not a scientist. I just have high invent because a specialist.
We'll be getting together with people to get the gyroscope set up.
Alright, so do you trust Maggie or Jimmy, or do you want both? Or do we trust the new guy, who's, as I just double-checked, not a scientist?
Alright.
There's no fear farts, rest assured.
Alright. Iris doesn't mind Jimmy. He's not sure if he trusts Maggie yet.
Well, so Maggie is currently stuck with Jimmy and Wave because we're working on rewiring the whole building to get us moving.
So
I'll tell you about like the gyroscope and the master control thing that we need to install as well.
Yeah, I mean,
But
like
no
I said,
hooking it up to that robot because it's creepy and I don't like it.
like,
No, the robot's better. It's smarter than you are.
Correct.
And more trustworthy.
Absolutely incorrect.
okay, so this is going to be a weird reference, but I'm fairly certain only I will get. But I've been playing a shit ton of Star Wars The Old Republic. And in one of the expansions, this is literally what fucking happens. Like, there's an entire fleet powered by the throne that is sat on. So it's an entire fleet of starships and these, like, super hyper-evolved AI, which are also connected through this throne. And, like, the big plot twist is a robot takes control of it. That is exactly what I imagine is gonna fucking happen.
He's like, here's the thing, Maggie. You steal stuff way too much. I'm not letting your robot control it. So if that's how it's gonna be, we're just gonna have to take the train. Now,
Let's
if we
ask
make
the
master
captain.
control-
Captain!
Yes.
Should we put the entire castle's mobility under the control of Dummy? Or Iris?
Dummy.
contract.
kind of question is that? You think I trust Maggie's creation more than I trust the guy I met 2 days ago.
Start building.
Because as of right now, in case I do have a chain of command actually set, Maggie's number 3, right behind Data. Data's missing.
The problem here, Merc, is that I'm contracted. This fortress is still my property.
That doesn't mean I trust you with it.
Well, that's
The question was, who do I trust more?
Very well.
Not to mention, if you're contracted to him, which
That's
means he
not
controls what
contract.
he
That
has
is
ideas
not-
of what.
Okay, bounty hunting does not mean that you gain ownership of all of my property. That's,
Yes, it does.
no, it's not.
Yes, it
You
does.
need to read the fine print in his contracts. He specifically tries to keep track of things better.
So,
Is this when Nick pulls out a full contract he wrote up?
It's like a 30-page contract.
And it's like,
Well, no.
when I
See, the
contract
problem
you, you are
is that
obligated.
Merc doesn't write the contracts. Maggie does.
Oh no.
There you go.
And of course Maggie's gonna want control of everything.
how about this? I'll meet you in the middle. It takes both of us. No more, no less.
Because actually, you know what? Just from
All the
DM
wiring's plugged in the
perspective,
dummy though, so
just to throw in DM perspective here, because I don't know how much you all actually trust Iris. Because you know, if Iris is like staying behind on this island, you realize by doing that means Iris can't use this after you leave, so it's just kind of stuck wherever it's left. Which is probably a smart move, because no one person should be able to control a literal moving fortress.
I did the plan.
Problem solved.
Or not.
I think
Did you not hear
both is the good call, because then Maggie can't go rogue and have Dummy do whatever. Dummy can't develop sentience and turn on its masters, and Iris can't go, alright, you all fucked up now.
You are being
Alright.
murdered.
I'm gonna leave it at this though. If it is 50-50, ownership is split 50-50. Maggie has a right to some of this flip when we leave.
Fair, you can take carbon. You can take some carbon with you.
Pretty sure she already has.
Or graphite.
No,
I mean, carbon, it can be changed around. The graphite is one of the easiest
Yeah.
Oh, that's
substances to use.
what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, I mean, we had this whole conversation.
Graphite, coal, and diamond. Like,
Yeah.
So,
very well.
this is a few sessions ago.
If the captain agrees, I agree to split control.
Does that sound agreeable?
sure.
Very
30,
well.
30, 30, 30, 30, 40.
30, 30, 40.
Captain's just like,
Iris,
is that
Dummy,
agree-
Maggie.
is that agreeable to you, Captain?
No.
Oh, no, I'm not wiring into this thing. No.
Oh.
No,
Fine.
the wiring is just in dummy. It's just who tells him what to
50.
do.
50,
Yes,
50.
I'll tell Dummy what to do. I'm not
Yeah.
wiring into anything
Yeah.
that Iris is touching.
Yeah. Dummy's
Yeah.
full robotics, so we're turning him into basically the.
The
Control.
engine?
We tell him
I
what
guess.
to do.
So,
Yeah, cool.
I
50, 50.
I assume Maggie writes a contract, and that takes 3 days.
No, Maggie is not writing the contract. I'm writing the contract.
Well, what actually works out is Dummy can make metal, so we have him just having his feelers throughout the whole thing with the electricity running through it.
Okay.
There's like a whole
That's how
like
we're controlling
wire
it. Okay.
mesh throughout the entirety of the base.
Yep, that's how
Yeah,
we're
yep.
controlling it.
This is... We are level 6.
You gave us this power.
To be fair, it's only usable for this island. 'cause
It is literally
Iris,
only usable
Iris
here.
is staying on the island.
Yeah.
He's not leaving.
Alright. Okay, cool. So, that's one thing that's going on. Iris, is there anything else specifically just you? We'll deal with roles and
Other
stuff.
than that, he's like filling in people, like the people that used to work for what's his face.
Mm-hmm. John Wayne Knockoff, whose name... He
Yeah.
had a name, I don't remember it.
He's just going around making sure, just like, hey, I don't know what you did before, but this is what you do now.
Do you
I
keep,
wanted to.
are you keeping
I like
John
that.
Wayne Knockoff around? Is he still here?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Does he have a position of authority? Is he still important, or is he just like a low-level nobody now?
I
Would you
say-
like me to repair him?
Yeah, go ahead.
You are being rescued.
There's no reason to like leave him.
Since he's a
like that.
cyborg, I can heal him.
Yeah. He's gonna have him be like his second in command, pretty much.
So, Maggie, when you repair this guy, you just give him his arm back as normal, or are you doing something wild to it?
Incorporate the gun into his arm.
Maggie's getting suspicious.
Oh no.
So Maggie is going to upgrade him
Mm-hmm.
and incorporate a gun, because I don't believe his gun survived, right? His gun is gone,
Oh no,
right?
gun's destroyed.
Right? His original gun is gone. So
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
going to incorporate one of the guns I stole from him
Mm-hmm.
into his arm.
Recycle!
Some kind of like really simple crank gun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, he has a Gatling arm.
However,
Maybe.
I also have a small, well measured to not kill him, but definitely to take him down jetpack.
Oh, just in case he tries anything.
Yes, set inside of his arm.
Makes sense.
All right. I mean, that's fine, because, like, the arm was literally the only cybernetic part of him. Like, the rest of him, fully human. So, you can still set it up. You can still...
Detonated disables all robotic side, basically.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
So it's a very small pack, because I don't want to kill him. It's,
Yet.
Is there anything else in the 3 days that you would like to include in your stuff? Your prep?
Is that for Iris, or is that for me?
I think we've covered everything Iris wants to do.
I would like to get a very, very quick, brief overview. I believe we'll cover more of it later, but I would like a quick overview of what are in all the crates
Okay, so basically...
of things that are mine.
Yeah, I'm just
Essentially-
gonna take these crates. I don't know what's in them, though.
I don't have the exact numbers, because I honestly...
Don't care.
But-
Don't care.
Basically, weapons, armor, munitions, all focused around being electronically powered. So, you know, weapons that have an electric charge, rifles that are powered by electricity. It's just that kind of stuff. So,
Oh no, they have photon rifles. Oh no.
and I mean, I didn't have it written down that they've got like electric guns. They're probably just like electrically powered. So, you know, just stronger guns, maybe, or maybe.
All right. So
whatever.
may I basically just blanketly say that just like how I have the option to make my attacks fire, can I, if I choose, make my attacks electric now?
100%.
Cool. And then for the rest of it, I'll just salvage any of these parts as necessary for the wiring stuff that we need to do. I imagine there's some weaponry bits left over, but a lot of these, electric weapons, I'll use the batteries in them and stuff for wiring up the fortress as needed.
All right, that's cool. That is a good way to spend those 3 days, and we will get exact and specifics of all of that probably next time. All right, Jimmy, 3 days of prep time. What would you like to do?
I want to look for preservatives.
Yeah. So the one thing which is quite noticeable, a lot of the people here, and I'm pulling this out my ass because I like it and it's kind of cool. A lot of the people here, they clearly have taken various injuries, either mining injuries, war injuries, and so a lot of them have got cybernetic implants, replacement arms, prosthetics, things like that. There's a lot of things here specifically to keep bodies alive and moving that otherwise would not have survived.
Alright, does any store have the most, amount of people gathered around it compared to the rest?
Any what, sorry?
Which store looks the busiest?
Well, this isn't. There's no stores here. This is just a fortress. Everything in here is open and usable for everybody, and you claim it as your own. So you can just take what you want. And the only person who might have an issue is Maggie, but I think Maggie will let you do what you need to do.
That's what I'm going to be spending my 3 days on, is just collecting them.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to reveal what you're doing with that at the start of next session?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So Jimmy is suspiciously up to stuff for 3 days, and no one thinks to stop and ask him what's going on.
Jimmy does his own thing. I don't think anyone ever have a problem with
Pretty
him.
sure all the crew is just like, what the fuck is Jimmy doing? Jimmy stuff. We never know.
Yeah.
Fucking guy.
Yeah, don't really care. Jimmy does Jimmy stuff.
Zord unconscious this whole time.
Yes.
I mean,
We put him in his room. He's doing his own thing.
that is what I was going to ask next. Dakota, Wave, and subsequently Zor. If you want, Zor can be conked out. He took some real serious injuries.
Yeah, he's out. He's fucked up.
Wave goes up to Zor's room and beats him to death.
I am the you now, not captain yet.
I am the Zor
he,
now.
he is out because that sonic damage fucked his head up.
That's pretty justifiable. All right. So Zor is.
I mean, he took the blunt of most of it.
Zor took all of the damage. I don't think anyone else even got hit.
Yeah. So the wave is, for one, I like to imagine the front of this thing as we're moving it. They solidified into diamond so we could actually see through it. Because you can kind of see through diamond, but you can't see through carbon.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
And I'm currently sitting in a perch up higher, checking the weather, gauging what kind of weather is going to be like when we get to this place.
Oh, there is storm clouds brewing.
Excellent.
In fact, something which is fairly noticeable is it kind of looks like there is a perpetual storm at the top of this mountain. It's very dark cloud. The ground underneath you seems to be perpetually rumbling. And there is
That's not coming.
potent static building in the air.
We will need to be careful, because if there's this much electricity in the air, we don't need it to screw with what we're doing.
Oh yeah, maybe we should park it a little bit low and climb the rest of the way.
Might be best.
Definitely cut out some time. That's plenty. But if a lightning bolt hits this thing, we're all screwed.
Unless...
You build some lightning rods on the top.
I'm not sure if that would help or make it worse.
Actually, build the lightning rods, wire them to dummy. The electrical charges just flow into him, which is then used to power and move this thing.
That... How much power can dummy
Did
hold
Dakota
without-
just make us smart?
We're so used to Dakota playing fucking Zor, where Zor I don't know, punch it. And Dakota's actually like, by the way, I'm a fucking genius.
That could... Is Dummy's... I guess Arius will look at Maggie. Is Dummy's engine program ready for, electric? I know he has fire, but... Does it process...
You are being rescued.
I don't know what that means!
Well, and if worse comes to worse, we don't necessarily need to wire directly into dummy, but, I mean, they obviously don't have the technology to create capacity banks for batteries. Maybe we can just have them charge the weaponry for us.
Iris, you ever watch the movie Sentinels of the Star System?
The movie.
Never heard of that movie.
Yeah, well, I mean,
What
there's a
is the
character
movie?
in that... We have technology! How you can't tell me we don't have theater in
Visual
this, in this
Dendamushis
universe.
exist.
Yeah, but, Iris has never been to the movies. Because he was raised on Amazon Lily.
Whatever. It's a joke. I'm sorry. I was playing on Guardians of the Galaxy. It's Sentinels of the Star System. So instead of saying I am Groot, it's you are being rescued.
Oh.
It was a dumb joke. It needed explanation. I'm sorry.
Okay. No. I think it's funny. Low key, I want that to exist. I want there to be a robot character in there who only says that, and that was Maggie's inspiration for voting dummy, because Maggie is a secret nerd.
Yeah, because we
That's
don't know
up to
much about
Maggie.
Maggie other than likes explosives,
You actually go into Maggie's
likes
room.
hitting
and there's
people from a distance.
a bunch of.
And is
TV
half
shows
robotic.
all over the place.
There's a bunch of pop figurines in Maggie's room.
That's why we're not allowed in there.
They can never know.
No, there's a bunch of
Yes.
model Gundams. It's just filled with model Gundams that Maggie painstakingly creates and paints and produces, and they're all just perfectly lined up, organized in pristine display
I like to imagine
cases.
that's what was happening the whole time she was gone. Like she just locked in her room, just building.
I just bought a new Gundam model. Give me like a month.
I
No,
love how
more
Shogun
like
is
bought like
deadly silent.
100 models.
Shogun's being deadly silent about this, so either is in massive agreement or hates all of us.
Probably a little bit of both.
But seriously, what are we gonna do about the lightning? Is the battery thing a real thing that would work?
Because I mean, we can easily use it to charge. We could easily put it into a capacity bank to like store the power into, and use it to funnel into dummy or funnel into everything to keep the lightning flowing without risk of burning dummy out.
I mean, if someone wants to roll engineering for that, I'm happy to let that be a thing.
We can give it a shot.
I think. Wait, is engineering a thing? I thought it was
Invent.
invent. Yeah.
I think there's engineering and invent, and that's why I keep getting modeled up. Either will work here. I'm happy with either.
Do you want to call Maggie in to help?
I'm
Yeah.
calling both Maggie and Jimmy in on this.
All right. Everyone roll, and whoever gets the highest, add +4 to it. For everybody.
Everyone roll.
Those three. The three who can do the
Oh.
thing.
I thought
mine
I
was
was gonna
terrible.
roll invent,
Do-
which I
Are
don't
we
even
adding?
have.
Are we adding
Another
invent
boost?
rolls?
Why not?
Yeah.
Like bonuses?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me find my invent.
I just realized what
There it
type
is.
invent anyway?
Oh, they're the same bonus.
It's an int, isn't it?
That's supposed to be a +9 instead of a +8, so add 1 to that.
Okay, so you have a 13, a 17, and Maggie got a 20. So we'll take Maggie's with the +4 from people helping to the 24. Maggie, since you are technically the lead on this,
And the designer of Dummy.
now
That actually is perfectly fitting.
Yeah.
I will not only allow, I encourage you to make one secret adjustment to it as you so wish. What would you like to do? I love how this crew is mostly fighting itself more than anybody else. Like, not like with guns and punching, but with just like plans.
Maggie
new
will
here.
implement a secret weapon
Okay.
where she will implement a secret weapon that will allow it to expand the graphite
Mm-hmm.
on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
So expand and propel out a bunch of graphite, with the very exterior being diamond. Basically just doing a shotgun blast of diamond.
Okay. Alright. So
Basically giving it cannons at the cost of losing mass from the
Right.
But depending on how big you make the diamonds, that actually won't be very much mass loss at all.
Yeah, but what this is basically, this is an emergency. If ever there is too much electricity in the system, this is how it will get rid of it.
Ah,
I
that
like
makes
it.
sense.
That's
It's better than the whole place collapsing.
yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Alright. So that's a really cool, fun little thing.
The other little thing Wave is doing is, and this time he also like joins the crew officially,
Mhm.
not contracted, but actually joins the crew.
Yeah. So you
So
get
now-
a hat.
Yeah, and since I'm out there carrying uniforms, I just kind of steal Zor's hat, put it on.
Like you're actually just replacing Zor. Like okay.
Here's your contract.
careful with those things. You might want to read the fine print, make sure nothing's written in.
Oh no! The entirety of this thing is red. Unlike Zor, who just signed and just didn't care. Wave is going to sit here and analyze this thing.
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to say that our off-stream will actually come up with actual contract rules, because that'll take way too long. We'll just leave it as a joke. But, alright. So, is that absolutely everything you want Wave to be doing in these 3 days?
Yeah, and I'm just going to say, basically, going through the contract, I contradict everything Maggie's trying to put in there that benefits her, and I'm like, no.
Absolutely fair. Alright, finally, and to wrap off the session, Mercurius. You have 3 days of prep time where you can do anything you want to. How do you spend this time?
I'm making diseases
Jesus
Oh no.
Christ.
based on rotten food.
Easy
sure
on
that's around.
Easy.
Mm-hmm.
Look, man. Look, I like Umbrella.
I
Do I need to show you the tattoo again?
I can also build you some hollow bullets so Maggie can fire some of them as well.
They do have to be injected. I don't know if a bullet will do that.
Don't worry about that. If you just
Or
give
actually,
me,
they could be ingested.
if you let me touch them for a little bit,
Fine.
you won't have to worry about whether they're injected or not.
Okay.
Nick,
Exactly.
fucking the bullets overhaul used in My Hero.
Alright.
Oh my god.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
I can make those.
Hear me out. We have a giant needle that acts as essentially a railgun for shooting other needles. Maggie just designed a weapon that fires out shotgun blasts. What if we combined these? So you can essentially fire out needles from the fortress with this disease in.
That'd be dangerous because then I could just plague a whole area.
That is
We can't-
wonderful.
This can't be a thing that's allowed to be created.
We're the
We're going to
heroes!
do it.
We're Marines! We're the law! Now excuse us!
Definition of a war crime.
Now excuse us
but the
while
thing
we
is-
shoot fucking diseases at you.
Well, the thing is, we are also tasked with taking out the pirate lords with any
You're
means
gonna look
necessary.
around like that has to stay on this island because if the world government ever hears about this, they will wipe out half the planet.
Here's about what.
Put dummy on the speaker, just shooting.
You are being rescued!
Moves down several people as they just start coughing up blood. You are being
no.
rescued.
Meanwhile, we're all just sitting aside. Is this morally acceptable?
No,
Fucking no.
No, it's fine.
it's not.
Are we gonna stop though?
Someone said he was a bad guy. It's fine. As we move our fucking living, moving fortress with diamond-encrusted disease needles.
We become the bad guys of the next campaign. Anyone that comes to this island, just how are you guys doing? Oh, we came here to rescue you. Ah! Please don't rescue us.
No, like you get there and it's a plagued island. They're like, who did this? The Marines.
And they won't be lying.
They just plagued our whole island, killed our and left.
Terrible, terrible things. There's a reason this system is made to be pirates, not Marines.
Alright. So, Mert, aside from
See-
committing war crimes, what else would you like to do in these 3 days?
What's gonna be
The fun out of
what's
it.
actually gonna be great is that all these bad things are gonna happen, then the Marines are actually gonna leave and dump all these problems on Iris.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Being Doctor, I am treating Zor. I'm treating all the people that were injured in the Man-O-War fight, including myself. And just simply by doing that, it doubles our natural healing. Since we're not doing anything for 3 days, it just doubles our natural healing, which I think is
That should get you all up to full, yeah. Easy.
sure.
Alright.
We're so used to 5e. We're just have a good night's rest. You're fully healed.
Yeah. You know, you just had a real chill time for 8 hours. You're feeling much better. Alright.
A truck, but like,
Rin-
don't worry about it. Sleep it off.
Okay. Rin, you were muted for like half of that. I saw you talking, but I didn't hear you.
My mic doesn't want to cooperate.
Maybe because you keep looking away from it.
like way away from it.
I mean,
Shouldn't matter.
it might also be the thing you've got set on Discord. Sometimes, if it has like,
Like,
the,
the
the
game
auto, the auto mute
Oh.
thing. Because a lot
Yeah,
of the
no,
time
I
it
had to
can
turn
do
mine
that.
way down because for some reason mine would pick up every sound, and then like you would hear my fan going.
Hmm.
If I
It
had
might be
it.
setting it automatically, but whatever.
We
Oh, autos doesn't work very well.
All right.
we should cap off the stream because we got a lot of people. We should raid somebody.
Yes.
Yeah.
We will wrap it up there as we have finished planning on many war crimes. But it's fine. Someone who clearly wanted to be a warlord said the king was bad. There is nothing could ever go wrong with this plan. All right. There is no
Nothing.
moral consequences. Shogun, you know someone we should raid. So you tell me that, and I'll get that ready as I get ready to do a sign off as well. So who
That
is the
person
person?
That person has stopped being on, but I have another person who would be great to raid.
Yeah, hit me.
All right. I'll type it out in chat, and then you can type it out.
You realize if I click in chat, we lose all of our cams.
Oh boy.
Well, no, I was
No,
in Twitch chat.
Oh, Twitch chat. Yeah, that works. Throw that there. All right. So while you're doing that, thank you everybody for tuning in. I have been the Bardic Knock, the facilitator of imaginary war crimes today. You can find me on the internet, Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, and YouTube, all as the Bardic Knock. I do a bunch of this stuff. I'll be back tomorrow for Final Fantasy V6 Rebels of Spira. Monday night, it's going to be like at 1 in the morning for me, but I apparently don't sleep anymore. We'll be doing the first of a new series on the channel, which is going to be... I'm 99% certain on the name. It's going to be the Knockoff Progression series. Because I'm a Bardic Knock, and I'm stealing somebody else's content. So that is what we're doing, and we're going to be playing Yu-Gi-Oh! You will see Jimmy and, Jane and Dakota there as well.
Wow.
So that is...
You won't see James. You'll see something representing James.
You'll probably see a cat.
I
Go
need to
meow.
decide if we're going to have cameras on for that, because I haven't finished building a no play. I'll figure something out. So there's that, and then various other streams. I'm playing a lot of the Old Republic at the moment, because I have a problem. And I started a new Pokemon Challenge run, which I failed, so I changed the challenge run halfway through, but I'm still having fun with it.
You
So,
already failed it?
Pokemon Black as a Nuzlocke is fucking brutal if you have to
Yeah.
swap out your party after every gym. Because I'm doing an end run. So I've just dropped the Nuzlocke aspect, so I'm just swapping out my
yeah.
party every gym. And I'm 2 gyms in already, so I'm happy with that. So there's that, and that's going to be like every Saturday morning. Should probably be like another 3 to 4 weeks, I reckon, if I keep going at the pace I am. So check that out. And that is everything I do. Nick, who are you, and what do you do on the internet?
Okay, well, hi, I'm Nick. I'm also known as Strider Winters everywhere on the internet. Most often place you can find me here on the Bardic Knox channel or on the Bardic Knox Discord. And speaking of that, I have recently opened a capital venture of a sort of simply selling my talents. I paint miniatures and I own a 3D printer. So I'm willing to print things for people and paint miniatures for people because I know certain places will paint miniatures for you for free, or not for free, for a price. But those prices can be very expensive. And my skills are not as great as a professional, but because of that, you can get your miniatures painted for cheaper. Basically, you pay for the miniature and you pay for shipping and you pay a little bit extra for the painting, and I can buy it, paint it, and ship it to you. Details about that are on the Bardic Knox Discord under the channel category of the Strider Shop, and that's where that exists. Other than that, I play Mercurius. That's what I do here. He's the good guy. I promise.
Keep telling yourself that, Nick.
That's disease.
All right, if that is everything, Dakota, who are you and what do you do on the internet?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Really. But I am playing Wave, High, on the internet. I'm pretty much not very many places. I don't do much outside of here. Work. I'm very boring.
Yeah.
That's about it.
All right.
All right. I love how Dakota is now just ready at any moment for Shogun to cut him off. So Dakota started trimming down everything he said. All right, Shogun. Who are you and what are you doing me into?
Hello, I'm Shogun. I was playing Maggie today, and I stream quite often now on the Cryogun Twitch channel. Yeah.
We played last night. I was on that. We played some Gunfire Reborn.
Yeah, it was very good. We had
It was fun.
quite a bit of people, actually.
We had, what, 8 people we ended up raiding
8
with?
people. Yeah.
Oh.
And then we went and did a raid to the most fun channel ever. It was amazing. We went and raided Dr. O.
I don't know what this is. I should learn.
If you ever get the chance to raid Dr. O, you have to do it.
All right.
It is so good. Dr. Orochi is just here.
He's a tree.
After we get off, I'll send you a clip of what happens when you raid Dr. O.
Did you clip it last night?
Good. No, it's not of ours. I should have clipped that.
Okay.
We should have.
I mean, but you'll still have the VOD. That'll still be up for like 14 days. You can still go back and clip it.
I gotta find it. His raids are pretty long, or his streams are pretty long. But I might go find it.
Right. James. Cat. Who are you? And what are you doing on the internet?
I am Cat. I play Jimmy. He's Speed. And
Soon-to-be
also-
robot suit.
I am planning on making this a lot more streamlined and helpful for anyone who has an Android. Because I'm planning on making the app, and I want to say I'm about 20% done. That's probably being generous, though. But I am working on it. I am working on an app to fucking make this more streamlined and more easier to access.
So we're not all here like trying to find a PDF and all that shit. It's like, oh, look.
Exactly.
All right.
But only if you have Android. If anyone here has an Apple, sucks.
Rip.
Big rip. That's alright. And finally, Rin, who are you? What do you do on the internet?
Hello. I play Iris for what sounds to be like 1 or 2 more sessions. And I will be back to Data.
Thank God!
Hey, what am I, chopped liver?
Just lost love.
I miss Data.
Oh, stupid people giving you trouble.
Stupid people everywhere.
Who knows whatever Data's doing, wherever he is.
As long as he's not fucking maniacal like Iris.
Data comes back. He just no longer wants to deal with stupid people either. Makes you have to deal with them.
God damn it!
Alright.
Because he's
Iris
just stuck with
isn't
chum this whole
maniacal.
time. He's just like, I am so done.
He just happens to fall into... Look, Iris did not plan on getting an army. He just did.
That's the worst type. If
He
they don't
just
have a
told
plan.
He was just telling the truth about the Marines to the bandits, and he challenged what's-his-face because, I can't think of his name. John Wayne Knockoff was clearly evil.
I'm amazed no one, like, because I remember when I first did it, it's like, no one has an issue with this dude, he's clearly up to something. And I was like, yeah, cool. Alright.
I just wanted help with Noichek.
And you got it!
I hope I can make this feel like it was all worthwhile and not just a really pointless filler arc. So hopefully we get some fun stuff at the end
Hey,
of this
Davy
arc.
Backfight was necessary. If Davy Backfight isn't filler, this isn't filler.
Alright, so with that, we are going to raid Bella Beluga. And until next time, everybody, stay safe, and happy adventures. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. I am Cat.
Oh, we have like 30
You know what?
seconds before the raid starts.
I make this mistake every time. I should click raid, then say good luck and happy adventures. Or stay
Yes.
safe, whatever the fuck I say. I don't even know what I say. It's just ingrained in my brain. I've been saying it for like
Are we
3
still
years
live?
now. Yeah,
Oh, I
I'm gonna
found
click raid now.